From Drop Biscuit Studios and the people who brought you Wondery's Inside Jaws, Inside The Exorcist, and Inside Psycho comes You Talking to Me? Bite-sized Hollywood history with plenty of bite. And just like that, a Sex and the City feud. This is You Talking to Me? I'm Mark Ramsey. You know, if you were to tell me that the women of Sex and the City would spend 20 years feuding over money and status, I would say, of course they will. Haven't you watched the show? When the good life is reduced to the quality of your sex appeal, your sex toy, your boy toy, and your toy poodle, then what else do you have to argue about but money and status, right? Kim Cattrall, Samantha, said she opted out of continuing the show's initial run because, in her words, I felt after 6 years, it was time for all of us to participate in the financial windfall of Sex and the City. But when they didn't seem keen on that, I thought it was time to move on. But it wasn't all one for all. Sometimes it was all for one. Cattrall reportedly resented Sarah Jessica Parker's larger piece of the pie. In season 2, Parker's salary bumped up to $300,000 an episode. That led Cattrall to ask for more too. Crew members reportedly said the other girls were not happy and wouldn't even sit with her at mealtimes. Take that, Samantha. Nor did the other girls sit with Cattrall at the Emmys that year. Said Kim, "Are we the best of friends? No. We're professional actresses. We have our own separate lives." Ouch. By now, Sarah Jessica Parker was getting defensive. Honestly, we are all friends and I wish I saw more of Kim. She mentioned money and no one should vilify her for it. People made a decision that we had vilified her. Oh, I don't know, Sarah, if you want to see more Kim, who's stopping you? Then in 2009, with the second Sex and the City movie about to hit theaters, New York Magazine wrote that Parker and Cattrall were no longer speaking. It was making everyone on the set uncomfortable, said one crew member. Again, Sarah Jessica Parker to the rescue. I don't think anybody wants to believe that I love Kim. I adore her. I wouldn't have done the movie without her. Didn't and wouldn't. You wouldn't do the movie without her, but when it comes to the TV show, never mind. Cue Kim Cattrall in 2010. I think Sarah is fantastic. She and I are sick of this. It's exhausting talking about it and a real bore. I'm not bored. Are you bored? Well, Sarah Jessica Parker was bored. It was always so heartbreaking to me that there was this narrative about Kim and myself because it just didn't reflect anything that happened on that set. They just didn't do it to the Sopranos guys. No, that's true, Sarah. But when those guys met for dinner, somebody usually got whacked. After all. Speaking of whacked, that's what happened to the third Sex and the City movie, thanks reportedly to the contract demands of Kim Cattrall, who claimed her only demand was not to make the movie. Which doesn't really make a lot of sense, but okay. Sarah Jessica Parker was disappointed. We had this beautiful, funny, heartbreaking, joyful, very relatable script and story, she said. What? But Kim didn't want to... Oh, never mind. Then in 2017, Kim Cattrall finally spills the beans. I will not do another Sex and the City movie, and I was never really friends with my Sex and the City co-stars, she said. And then the clause came out. I think Sarah Jessica Parker could have been nicer. I really think she could have been nicer. I don't know what her issue is. Double ouch. In 2018, tragedy. Kim's brother was found dead in Canada. Sarah Jessica Parker reached out on Instagram and issued sympathetic comments on Entertainment Tonight. Kim shot back on Instagram, slamming Parker for exploiting her loss. Your continuous reaching out is a painful reminder of how cruel you really were then and now. Let me make this very clear if I haven't already. You are not my family. You are not my friend. So I'm writing to tell you one last time to stop exploiting our tragedy in order to restore your nice girl persona. Yikes, it's time for the Three Stooges to start throwing pies, isn't it? In time for the debut of And Just Like That, HBO Max Chief Rationalization Officer, Casey Bloys, summed up the twists and turns and downward spirals this way. They're trying to tell an honest story about being a woman in her 50s in New York, just as in real life, people come into your life, people leave. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening right now. And even if you can't give us 5 stars, don't give us 1. Come on. That's you talking to me? I'm Mark Ramsey.